touch any but coffee from Kwani Jane.
And what is your role?
Nungua Mankralo shwonotalor. Or you be going to Manchester.
Okay. Often, managing be something surfaced on social media. When a video ko ni Gborbu Wulomo a pay you. Behind you ni ever since ni video which is ever. Sergeant Pinari social media. She mean ka anybody in chair. Ochon what she showed you ba. Okay. Ceremony na fair. Mini ceremony. What does it mean? And what does it mean for the lady?
Okay.
In question.
I think academic misconception. I mean, what have been sent out there by social media is marriage, marriage, and marriage. But that is not in its true sense. Because what was done yesterday, it's the Naa Okromo right, which was performed yesterday. Now, someone might ask, who is Naa Okromo? Naa Okromo is one of the critical rules or one of the roles that is being played purely by a virgin. And she performs rites which ushers in the celebration of Omo for not the Nungua people, but the entire Gadangbe state. So she has been performing this rite for the past 6 years, when she was very young. But because the stool that she sits on, it's a seat that had to be sat on by a virgin. This particular rites need to be done because she started, as I indicated, 6 years ago. Now she's of age. If we don't put in the control measures and the checks, by virtue of her age and how she's developing, attending school and being in the midst of her peers, one is tempted to say that you might have the young men coming up trying to approach her that I want you to be my girlfriend or I want you to do that, but she has a particular role to play in Nungua.
So the ceremony we saw on social media, what ceremony was it?
It's the initiation of the Naa Okromo right.
Is it a marriage ceremony?
It's not.
It's not a marriage
It's
ceremony.
not a marriage ceremony.
So she's not the wife of the Gborbu Wulomo.
The Gborbu Wulomo has 4 customary wives. When the Gborbu Wulomo assumes the office as a Gborbu Wulomo, aside maybe having his constitutional wife, he has 4 customary wives. Now, these 4 customary wives within the Gborbu temple. Now, outside the Gborbu temple, he has another customary wives, and he has other wives almost within all the Gadangwe towns.
Okay, so she is not his wife.
She is a customary wife.
What does that mean?
A customary wife is one that assists a traditional office holder in attending to his or her traditional duties. So, you will see that when a chief is installed, a queen is installed.
Yeah.
And you hear everybody when the queen is installed, they say, oh, that is when the queen is installed, that is the wife. But most of the queens has their legal or constitutional husbands.
Okay.
But customarily, they can be ascribed as wives of the king because they assist the king in performance of his traditional and customary duties.
Okay. So customarily, she is the wife of the Gborbu Wulomo, but she is not expected to perform wifely duties.
No.
That is what you are saying.
Yes.
So it's a misconception.
It's a misconception which have been sent out there.
All right. Now this young lady, as the Manye.
Naa Okromo.
J Manye.
She is head of all the priestesses.
Head of all the priestesses.
Yes.
So she herself is a priestess now.
No, she herself, she's not a priestess now, but she aids the Gborbu Wulomo in attendance to the priestesses, in attendance to all deities. The Gborbu Wulomo preside over 99 deities of the Gadangbe people. These 99 deities in itself, in a numerical sense, it is not 99. Because 99, 9 plus 9 will give you 18. 18 will give you 9. In numerology, which gives you 9, which is a complete number.
Okay. Okay.
A complete number which indicates that within the Gborbu temple, it is not just 99 deities, but an infinite number of deities.
Okay.
And now Ayemwede, as part of the customary wives of the Gborbu Wulomo. The Gborbu Wulomo, as I've indicated, has 4 wives within the temple. That 4 adding 3 adding Naa Okromo becomes becomes 4.
Okay.
Now the other 3, one is almost 100 years. She's still in existence. The other person is within her 70s.
Okay.
And then the third person is in her 30s.
Okay.
And
And
then
then there's
and then
Naa now.
there is Naa now.
Okay.
Now is she's not even 12 years, she's 13 years. Now
So
now
her
all these 3 that I've mentioned, all of them, they have their
husband,
husbands, but they perform the customary rite in assistance to
the Gborbu.
the Gborbu Wulomo in performance of its traditional and customary duties, in
Okay.
performance of right.
Okay. So this role that this young lady has now assumed, is it a spiritual role?
It's more of a spiritual role to a large extent.
So is she no longer a regular 12 or 13-year-old girl?
She's not.
What does it mean for her?
Like as I've indicated, she started this
When she
six
was
years ago,
7 years old?
very young, and she have gone through the process.
What process? What does she do to go through the process?
Now, the selection on itself, it is not just by human choice. It's spiritual. And with all royalties, a chief has to come from a particular gate. A queen has to come from a particular gate. Queens and chiefs are not just selected randomly. It is more of a spiritual engagement. And for us, for almost about 300 years, this has eluded us because we've not had a virgin to perform this particular rite. And the Naa Okromo, that is a stool name. That particular stool is sat on by only virgins. That stool is for virgins. It is not for grown-ups or any person that have seen a man or has given birth.
So did you do this right at this age because you wanted her to begin as a virgin?
We started this rite 7 years ago.
Yes. So you wanted her
6 years
to begin
ago.
as a virgin. That is why you did it so early.
We've started the rites even way back. From 6 years, almost every year, one particular rite is being performed
Yearly.
yearly for her. But now she's 13. And being 13, with her development and how she's growing, there is a need to do this so that the whole world will know that yes, she's in your school. She attends one of the best schools in Nungua. She has her own chauffeur that center because from 6 years ago when she started, she becomes a property of the state,
The gun state.
the Gan state to a large extent, because she performs the Butum rite, which is her sole prerogative.
What is the Putumo
The
right?
Butum, she performs the Dudomi Nungua.
What is that?
The Dudomi Nungua is one rite that ushers in the celebration of the Omo festival.
What
Where
happens
she
during that right?
the Naa Okromo, with the assistance of the Gborbu Wulomo and the Gborbu Wulomo elders, goes to fetch fresh water from the spring. In ancient time, it was at Osu. We have Obenesu in Osu. That is where Naa Okromo, the former Naa Okromo, with the Gborbu Wulomo, has to trek to Obenesu to bring this fresh spring water
Okay.
to perform certain tradition and custom.
Okay. All right.
But now, because of vehicular movements and all those things, one of the ancient springs that was dug by the founder of Nungua Numo Bokete Lawe, one, no, it's not dried up, it is there. So that is where she goes every year. She does this 3 times in a year to fetch the water, the spring water, for the performance of certain traditional rites.
What are the things that she can no longer do as a young girl because of this initiation?
I mean, she has all the liberties as a young person growing up. But by virtue of her position, she's more or less like a queen mother. She's more or less like among women,
She's untouchable.
she not untouchable, but she has in a way no equal because her role is peculiar. The traditional roles that she performs, not only for the people of Nungua, but for the entire Gadangme, it is her sole right. And so for that reason, um, she has become more or less one person that the Gadangme state or the Nungua state is ensuring that she has all her liberties all right, but there are certain things that she cannot do.
What what happens if she falls in love next year and she wants to be with? I mean, next year is soon. She's still young.
She's still young.
She's still young, but I mean, if she falls in love along the way in secondary school, university, or whatever, and she wants to be with a boy, can she?
Right now, she's going through series of traditions, and this is not the final right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when she's of age to now procreate,
Yeah.
another right will be performed for the whole world to know that now she has matured to the stage where she can procreate.
With a man of her choosing.
I mean, with that is his choice.
That's her choice. So she's not
That is
tied
her
down
choice.
to
Yeah.
anybody because of this position.
Like I've indicated,
Okay.
the other three
They have their
customary.
own.
Uh,
Yeah. They have their own legal
They,
husbands that
yes,
they're
and it's
married
their choice. I mean,
to.
if she decides to be with the Gborbu Wulomo, that is his choice.
That's her choice.
That is her choice. If she also decides to be with
Somebody else.
somebody else,
That's
I
her
mean,
choice.
that is her choice.
Okay. And she
Having in mind a role that she's supposed to perform
okay.
traditionally.
Aside her traditional roles, can she have a job, for example? Can she work in a television station or whatever? Or her job for life now is playing her traditional role?
Oh, she can. I mean, uh, in ancient times, traditional office holders don't work. I'm a traditional office holder. I work myself.
What do you do?
I'm into petroleum.
Okay.
You understand?
So she's
Uh-huh.
free to have any job she
She's
wants.
free to do anything at all she want to do. When her time is up for her to perform her traditional role, she will just come and perform. And those roles are performed normally on weekends.
Okay.
She assists the Gborbu to perform uh, his traditional works. She also assists the Gborbu to perform the Gente Inishamo, which indicates that the center of the word. I mean, Nungua sits on the center of the word, not Tema.
Yes.
The Meridian Rock is not in Tema; it's in Nungua. Yes, and the Roman that performs that particular right is the Gborbu Wulomo.
All right.
So she also assists in assistant with the other four customary wives to
Okay.
perform this particular rite to feed all the deities in the word at the center of the word. And this has been established for almost about 820 years.
Wow.
Not until recently when the Westerners around 1820 something when they identified that the rock represents the center of the word.
If she grows up, or when she grows up,
Mm.
and she decides that she no longer wants to play this role, does she have the liberty to break away from it?
I mean, just like any traditional office holder, you cannot just say I'm no more a chief or I'm no more a queen. You understand? Um, Throughout these stages for the past 6 years, she's going through some form of training with the elderly within the community, preparing her for womanhood, ushering her into the stage where she can perform all the rights that is expected of her to perform without the guidance of anybody. You understand? And if you understand and appreciate what you have gotten yourself into, um, if you respect it, you will know that this, in a way, it's a journey of no return.
I'm asking because at the time of her initiation, she was too young to be able to know if she wants it or not.
Um,
So if she's older and she thinks that, okay, I've experienced this, I'd like to move on
I
to
mean,
other things.
royalty comes with a price, and it also comes with some form of uh, um, um, I would lack of word to say punishment. Just like Prince Harry, you don't want to be a prince again, but it chases you wherever you go. Wherever you go, it chases you. So you need to be guided as such. It's unfortunate you are born as a royal. So as you find yourself in royalty, it is what it is. Whatever it's innate, you have
You
to
have inherited it.
you and embrace it as such, and conform to the status quo.
Is there anything else you would like us to know that I might not have asked about the questions that people have asked since the news broke?
People have asked about her liberties taken away and whether she will go to school, whether she will not. As we speak now, as I've indicated, she attends one of the best schools in Nungua, because she started this when she was very young. She became the property of the town, and it is the town that takes ensure that she gets, because within the Gadangbe setup, mostly on recent time, we need to ensure that the Ga Adangbe girl child gets the best of education, all the opportunities that avail itself for the Ga Adangbe girl child needs to have such. So for that reason, we want to ensure, because all the persons that are into Nungwa traditional affairs now, almost all of them are enlightened.
Yeah.
The Gborbu Wulomo himself was a teacher at Nusek,
Okay.
is a degree holder, is a well trained. He was former managing director of House of Folk. He has done so many things as an individual before becoming the Gborbu Wulomo. The Nungwa Mache himself also was a teacher, is now also a doctor. We have a lot of persons within it who are so enlightened, and they wouldn't like to act in a way that will affect the Gadangwe girl child. So for that reason, she's having one of the best treatments. She goes to one of the best schools. She's been taken care of. She has her own place that she stays with the elderly
Okay.
taking care of her. She goes to school. Chauffeurs come to take her to school, bring her back home. Um, she doesn't go anywhere because of her status within society. She always has to be indoor, either learning about her educational stuffs, or the early training and teaching her about what her role actually is within the traditional context for her to become so well at what she's supposed to do.
Okay. Thank you so much
So
for talking to me.
so these are some of the things that people are asking. People are asking, oh, is it Gborbu Wulomo? What we've seen is it's a marriage
Yeah.
ceremony because of the palms and pageantry that comes with it. It's a customary rite that was performed for her, and for that reason, there is nothing sexual that is attached to it. When she's of age and she feels like, look, like I've indicated, the other three has their own
Husband.
husbands, yeah. But
So,
it's a customary rule.
thank you so much.